Welcome, my name is Nitin Hegde, and I'm going to be covering the product roadmap for retails. When you look at a retail product, we look at it from three main pillars. One is to make sure we give you the right tools to make every customer connection count. And once you reach those customers, to deliver rich ad formats so you can engage those customers. And to do all of that within a powerful set of tools, which gives you a set of different automation features and insights to make those connections count. Looking down the first pillar around making every customer connection count, I want to spend some time to talk about our Microsoft Audience Network. This is a new feature which we've had now in the US for just over a year, and this is coming to Europe. It's already live in the UK market and will expand to the rest of Europe in this coming year. The Microsoft Audience product brings together more than 500 million people where you can go and target them based on certain demographic information or information which we have as Microsoft. In the early tests we've actually done, it shows a really good increase in performance from looking at post-exposure conversions and also post-exposure clicks as well. For those of you who are not familiar with the Microsoft Audience Network and how does that show up, this is a screenshot of how it shows up on MSN. So if you go to MSN, if you see what's in the blue boxes, those are Microsoft Audience Network ads. So in this case, we are taking an image. We could be using the ad title and description, which you've put in your ad copy, and that will show up on there. The similar ad formats show up across other publisher sites as well. So we would show just the text when it shows up on Outlook. And we show a very similar format when someone opens up or clicks a new tab on Microsoft Edge, our browser. Now, focused on retail, if you look on the right-hand side, this is where we can take your product feed information. You can go and create a campaign which is using just your product feed information, and then based on the consumer signals we get, we can show relevant products to that consumer directly when they reach any of the Microsoft properties like MSN, Outlook, or on Edge. Today, we're serving these ads within the Microsoft ecosystem, but our intention is to go outside the Microsoft ecosystem onto third-party publishing sites. To make this very easy, you are already probably running display type of campaigns on Google. So now we have the capability to import your campaigns directly from GDN. So you can go into the Google import options and bring across your campaigns automatically. The other targeting capabilities to go and reach the right audience, we've done a lot of work over the last 18 months and have launched quite a lot of features which give you that capability to go after granular audience segments, say using in-market audiences. We've also made available product audiences, which can be used to go after an audience either in the native type of format or also onto search. We're also coming out with similar audiences soon into the European markets. And something which is very unique to us is we have the capability of going and targeting an audience based on LinkedIn profile information. So this is where you can go and start targeting consumers based on the companies they're working on, the job profiles, or the industries they're working on. We've also just released custom combinations that just gives you the capability to take different audience targeted segments and combine them in different ways with and or all functions, which gives you a much more powerful way of going after the audience you're going after. We've also just are in the process of releasing time zone targeting as well, which will be available across all the markets. The other piece which is coming in the coming year, which I know a lot of people have been asking for, is around income-based targeting. That's something we're going to be working on in 2020. We're also looking at ways of expanding our product audience capability into non-retail segments as well. One of the most exciting things in Europe is over the last 6 months, we've expanded into quite a few markets. So those of you who might be aware, today we are live in UK, France, and Germany, but a lot of you may not be aware that we are currently running pilots in Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Switzerland, Austria, Sweden, and also Belgium. And our intention is to go live in these markets in the coming weeks. Apart from that, there has been a lot of innovation which we've rolled out into the European markets recently. So we've launched a shopping tab in both the French and German markets in addition to the UK market. We're trying out different ad layouts as well within the SERP. So now you have a 3x3 layout where we can display more ads. We've also introduced different filters across different attributes. There's a bunch of different automated extensions which we launched as well. Very recently, we've just started the pilot for local inventory ads. Primarily, right now, it's in UK, France, and Germany, but it will go across all of these European markets, which I've just called out earlier. This is, our first step into expanding into the European markets. We're going to continue to expand into other European markets in the coming years. In terms of other visual changes we've made, we're now allowing more ads to show up on the SERP experience on the mainline ads. So you can see here now we can show up to 18 different ads on the mainline, and this is available now across all our released markets. We're also looking at ways of bringing you more volume. So we started creating new entry points across our other Microsoft properties. So what you see on here is on Edge, when you open a new tab, if you scroll down, you will see a list of news articles, which is coming from Microsoft News. There will be spotlights on there, which will take people to different promotions, which will land them directly onto the shopping vertical. Also on mobile devices, and we know this is the key area where people have been asking for more volume from us. As we are rolling out the Edge version of our browser on Android and iOS devices, what you will see is when you go and open a new tab, you will see a sticky icon on there, which takes people directly into our shopping experience. So we're hoping this will help drive new consumers into our shopping experience and in turn end up with more consumers for you as retailers. We're also developed a few different UX changes to help highlight products. So you can see here on the left-hand side, the first product here is highlighted. This is on a mobile experience. You get much more information on a mobile device. We have a quick view available right now on mobile devices as well, which takes you to a richer L2 level experience where you can see more information about the product. And we've also started creating filters on the SERP itself on mobile devices, so you can quickly, in a touch-friendly way, drill down to a product you are actually searching for. In terms of how we're innovating in this space, there are a bunch of features I just want to quickly go through. We've launched capabilities. This is primarily in the US right now, but it will come to Europe very soon, where shoppers can go in and track price changes. So if you're looking at a particular product, you can see a little button on there. You can just click it and turn it on. You do have to sign in for this with your Microsoft account. And when that product changes, you'll get a notification about price drops for that particular product. And you can do that across multiple products, and it'll all be under what we call your collection of items. And then when you click on the collection, we'll show you a carousel of all the different products you have, where you're tracking the price for each one of those. For individual products as well, what you can go and do is you can go and click on the product, and we will show a price graph which shows the price history for that particular product over a period of time. And it gives you the capability to actually look at that by different retailers. Multiple retailers are selling a similar product. On the image vertical, we're again doing a bunch of innovation there. So the first thing, we have made sure our product ad inventory gets surfaced when people are on the image vertical. So we're seeing a lot of retail activity coming from the image vertical on Bing. So people are looking for products, going to images, and then going and completing the retail transactions of ads which are being shown there. However, we also see, especially in apparel and home, people actually clicking on images and looking for products which are similar. So we are going to make that task easier. So what you see here is an example of an apparel one when someone's actually gone into a particular image. What you can see on the bottom here is we've auto-identified there is a product on this image. It'll create a hotspot. When you click on that hotspot, we will show visually similar products which show up on the right-hand side. And this will be a combination of both organic listings and also paid listings as well. We're also actively running a pilot right now in UK, France, and Germany, a product which is called Microsoft Shopping Campaign with partners. So think of this as co-bidding with manufacturers and retailers together. So in this example, what happens here is retailers bidding for a particular product. However, a brand and manufacturer may come in and say, I want to co-bid alongside that retailer for my products to help increase the viewability of their product and also clicks and conversions on the back of that. The way this works is we combine the bids at auction time. So the combined bid will result in better visibility for that particular product. We also break down detailed reporting for both the manufacturer and retailer on the back of this. For the manufacturer, we show them the impressions and clicks and conversions which they've impacted. And for the retailer, we show the assisted impressions and clicks and conversions which the additional bid boosting from the manufacturer has resulted in. We've made it really easy for manufacturers to go and scale this across multiple retailers on our system. So they could go in and bid across all their different SKUs across multiple retailers in one campaign, or they can go and create different campaigns to go and target specific retailers. If you're interested in taking part, reach out to your account teams and we can continue a discussion with them. In terms of new products we're working on, we are working on getting showcase ads to you in 2020. So this is another well-known feature where we know there's a lot of demand for it. So we're actively working to bring this to market soon. In terms of other richer ad formats, just so you're aware of, we have a bunch of other feed formats, so we have dynamic data extensions, what you can see here. These are based on custom feeds which we've developed. So this can be used in retail as well. In the retail case, you can directly use your product feeds and show up in this experience. You can also use multi-image extensions. So this is where you can have up to 5 images which show up on the SERP results. Each one of them can go to a different landing page. So suppose this shows up on your brand term, you can direct people to different subcategories of your site with images directly from the SERP results. We also have a format which we are trying out in the US in certain sensitive categories where people need to display more information. So we have something called disclaimer extensions where this will show up all the time. So in cases where you have to show certain text, but the amount of space we give you on the ad copy is not enough, this is a good way of making sure that information always gets displayed on your ads. We also have video extensions which we are bringing to market, and these will show up both on the search experience, but also on the audience network in the future. In terms of other automated features, so we've launched dynamic search ads across the vast majority of our European markets, and these are performing extremely well across multiple verticals. Retail in particular has been doing really well with dynamic search ads, where people are seeing increased clicks, conversions at a lower cost. So if you're not using this, please go ahead and experiment and try this feature out. We've also very recently launched responsive search ads. Again, the automated nature of this is resulting in higher conversions, lower CPAs, better performance overall in the retail vertical. Again, if you're not using it, it'd be good to go and start experimenting with responsive search ads. We're also very close to starting a pilot with smart shopping campaigns. We know this is very popular for some of you. So again, if you're interested in taking part, please work with your account teams. This is coming across the European markets very soon. In terms of other automated features we're working on, there are a bunch of features which we've recently released, just in case you're not aware. So we've launched max conversions across both search campaigns and DSA, target CPA as well across search campaigns and DSA, especially target CPA. I think that's been an ask for some time. It's available now, so please go and use it. We also have max clicks. and target ROAS is something which we've just started piloting. In terms of what you can expect coming soon, I just want to call out a few. I'm not going to go through all of them. Portfolio bid strategy, we know that's been a big ask. That's something we're actively working on right now. Campaign level conversion goals, and also ad group level target CPA, auto bidding technology as well. So those are things which you can look forward to in the coming year. And just to close out on the automated features, if you're not using enhanced CPC, please go and try it out. This has worked for the vast majority of customers who have tried enhanced CPC. They are seeing an improvement in performance from conversion rates to the cost of the conversions. So definitely go and try it out. And some customers have seen even better results when they've combined it with some form of remarketing. And the last thing I want to cover is, we are working to bring a lot of innovation within the user interface and on desktop tools. So I'm just going to share on the screen what you can see is how we're redesigning the UI to look a bit more modern compared to what's available right now. So as this comes out, we will let you know if you want to take part in the pilot. Your account teams can start adding you onto the pilot if you want to take part. With that, I'll wrap this up and I'll be available afterwards if you have any questions.